You are listening to 40 Weeks with Vanessa Merton, host of the Pregnancy Podcast. Welcome to the 40 Weeks Pregnancy Podcast. I am so excited to have you listening in. I am Vanessa Merton, and I will be your host. It's probably safe to say, if you're listening to this podcast, you are currently pregnant. First thing first, congratulations. Whether you are in week 6 or week 36, you are in the right place, and I know that you're going to find some really valuable information on what the heck is going on each week with your baby and your body. This is episode 0 and the introduction for this podcast. This episode will give you a quick rundown of everything that you can expect. This podcast has an episode for each week of your pregnancy, so you can get a quick explanation of how big your baby is, what's going on with their development, what's going on in your body, and a tip for dad. Basically, what to expect for each particular week. For more detailed information and resources, definitely check out the Pregnancy Podcast, which is your go-to resource for information so that you can make the best decisions for you, your baby, and your family. I share the most current information available and consult some of the top experts to bring you the information that you need to make the best decisions. I know how busy preparing for a baby can be, so I'm going to jam-pack everything you need to know about the week into about 5 minutes for each episode. All episodes are also available immediately. The goal of this podcast is to make life easy for you. So instead of having to sit down with a book and read about everything going on each week, you can press play while you are out for a walk, driving in your car, or working out. Basically, you don't have to pause your life and quit what you are doing to listen. You are always able to get more information on the website, pregnancypodcast.com. The Pregnancy Podcast dives into a lot of detail on specific topics, so you'll definitely want to check that out in conjunction with this podcast. You can connect via social media on Google+, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I will put links to connect to all of these in the show notes page, and of course you can find this on the website. And there's also a Facebook group for the Pregnancy Podcast where you can connect with some other moms-to-be and ask some questions. For each episode, there are show notes at pregnancypodcast.com/week and then the week number. So notes for this episode are at pregnancypodcast.com/week 0. Check out the show notes because as new episodes are released on the Pregnancy Podcast about specific topics mentioned here, I will add them. And you'll also get to see a picture of what your baby would look like this week if you could see inside your belly. Thank you so much for including me on your journey, and I really look forward to giving you the tools and information that you need to be confident in your decisions for pregnancy, birth, and parenting. To get a weekly email for each week according to your due date, go to pregnancypodcast.com/week and sign up there, and you will get a new episode in your inbox every week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Show notes for this episode are at pregnancypodcast.com/week 0. And until next time, I wish you the very best on your pregnancy journey.